No, but for real, I finally, this morning, I never check my, like, the socials that I don't use very much, like Facebook and Instagram, but like I have them and I post there, but like very occasionally, and I don't check them very often. Sometimes I'll get like DMs there, but like I don't know that I do because they're like hidden on both platforms. It's weird. So I actually checked the DMs on both of them this morning, and like each one had like these extraordinarily heartfelt messages from two separate people, two complete, one of them was from like June. I never saw it. But like two completely separate people on separate months of this year had DM'd me on those platforms and like sent me like this extremely heartfelt message about how like they like grew up with me and like my videos on YouTube, and how like one had followed Sailor Moon and one had followed Guild Wars 2, and like they were saying how like, you know, how much the videos meant to them, and they're like, you know, just I wanted to tell you, you know, how you know how much it meant to me and was like, you know, a part of my growing up. And like it's crazy that I've been streaming long enough that like that's a thing. And it was like getting messages like that is like it just taking those messages to heart puts like the people, it like reminds you what's important about about doing this and the communication that we have with each other. It's not just, you know, you get so lost in the numbers game and the, you know, the pressure of posting, or you know, everything's content now and everything is a competition with everyone else, and it's all about numbers and it's all about, you know, whatever it's about. And like you get so, it's so easy to get caught up in that. But when you get a message like that, it reminds me what's truly important about doing this, and that like that's something that no number can ever replace, is like a person saying like, you know, your videos and Sailor Moon helped me understand myself and, you know, come out and was able to, I was able to be myself, or showed me that I wasn't alone. Or one person said that they loved Guild Wars 2, but then they moved to a rural area with low internet, and they weren't able to play Guild Wars 2, and so they kept up with the game that they loved dearly through my videos. They were able to keep up with the game and like what was happening in it. And that's what's important. Like that's what's important. And it's just like, it put me in such a good mood all morning, because it reminded me like what's truly important in doing this. Like that's the thing that lasts, you know. The getting a bunch of views on a video 3 years ago doesn't matter. The person's life that you touched 3 years ago, that's what matters, and that's what lasts, and that's what's going to have the ripple effect in the rest of the world, right? Not the number of views you got on a video. That doesn't mean anything. You know, the lives you touch, that's what means something. And so it was like, and so I had two of those messages this morning that I had just missed because they were on those other platforms. And wow, so holy crap, like just I can't, anyone who's ever sent something like that to any creator, not just to any creator or any person, you know, thanks for talking to me last night, it meant a lot, you know, anything like that is so important, like human connection, you know, not just numbers and social media and all that kind of crap. It's like that's what allows us to communicate and meet each other, but that's not what matters. Our connection with each other is what matters, and how we impact each other's actual lives is what matters. So that was incredible. That's put me in a really good mood this morning, and you know, like I said, it reminds me what's important in this world of, you know, everybody and everything telling you, you know, the numbers and profit and and all this, like, you know, all of that, and like that's what's real. That's what's real. So anyway.